Well, when you think of the science fair, you probably imagine rows and rows of poster boards like the ones maybe you saw in grade school. But this week at the Phoenix Convention Center, 1,600 students are showing off projects that are anything but boring.
And we were told specifically to stay away from this, not to even go near it. We might damage the whole proceedings. These teenagers are the next Steve Jobs, the next Bill Gates. They are amazing. We sent Kristen Keogh out to meet them and learn about the projects that they're involved in. And you came away just totally impressed.
Totally impressed. I won a few science fairs back in my day, but man, did I feel dumb when I was trying to read their poster boards. They may as well have been written in another language. These kids are so smart. It's unbelievable. So the Intel International Science and Engineering Fair hosts kids whose inventions are really going to change the world. So today we met some young scientists from right here in Arizona all the way to China.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
You probably saw some pretty weird science projects growing up. Maybe you even made them. But at this science fair, it's not about getting a good grade. It's about changing lives.
Everyone who's come to our project has had someone die from pancreatic cancer.
Anvita Gupta and Sejal Agarwal are only halfway through high school at Scottsdale Basis, but they're already studying the proteins found in pancreatic cancer.
Our discovery and our new method and the drugs we found to possibly treat pancreatic cancer can save time, they can save money, and they can save lives.
Sohail Abdullah came from New Zealand to compete.
I came home from school one day and my dad was cleaning our living room windows, and he suffers from back and knee pain, so I decided to develop a robot to clean the windows for him.
The humble 17-year-old makes it sound like it's easy to just whip up a robot in 9 months.
You place the robot in the bottom right corner of your window, you set it to go, and it cleans your whole window.
When did you realize that you were really, really smart?
I don't know.
This is actually a glove-controlled robotic hand.
17-year-old Easton LaChapelle from Colorado made this robotic arm that I was able to control by wearing a special band to read brainwaves and then raising my eyebrows.
So how is it doing that? It's just reading my brainwaves? Like, that's beyond my comprehension.
Right, so it actually reads your brainwaves by, it picks up electrical discharges from your brain on that little forehead sensor and then amplifies that up to something you can read. And then from there, it separates that into frequencies, and different frequencies have to do with different regions of your brain, and then from that you can really control anything.
And I'm still trying to wrap my mind around all of that. So the fair ends tomorrow, and these students could win thousands of dollars in prizes for their inventions. And by the way, Easton, that last boy that you met, his robotic arm is already selling for only $400. I was surprised by that. And he may soon have an offer from a beer company that wants to use his invention in bars to serve their bottles. And he told me if that happens, he's probably going to retire by 18.
But that is probably not what he designed it for.
He said, I want to help people. And he's already actually helped one woman who has MS. He was telling me that she uses that arm and it's changed her life. And that's why he did it. And he wants to start working on legs as well. But I mean,
well, if
a
he can
beer
help
company,
bartenders do their job more quickly and, reliably, then that's perfect.
He's still helping people. But you guys, these kids are so amazing. Coming up at 10, you're going to meet the kid who won last year. He's one of the leading cancer researchers in the whole country, and he is 16 years old.
Man, I feel like I wasted my life.
I know.
This is a guy who Jude knows, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He is remarkable. Yes.
I can't wait.
Cool.
One more quick question I got to ask you. Is this open to the public if people want to go down and see some of their projects?
Today was open to the public. Tomorrow you can go down there and check it out, but they're going to be doing the prizes, so it's a little bit more limited.
Okay.
But it's free.
All right. Thanks.
I always love when Kristen Keogh hangs out with us tonight. And here's the deal. So do we have like a bunch of really smart kids getting together for like a massive science fair? What is this thing we're talking about?
Yes, it's the Intel International Science and Engineering Fair. It's happening downtown. And right here in Arizona right now, we have some of the smartest kids in the whole world. I'm telling you, their inventions are going to change lives and save lives too. You probably saw some pretty weird science projects growing up. Maybe you even made them. But at this science fair, it's not about getting a good grade. It's about changing lives. Jack Andraka is 16, and he's one of the country's leading cancer researchers.
He invented a $15 device that can read chemical composition.
And these have really cool applications in like medical diagnostics for like diagnosing cancer, or it could be used in environmental monitoring for looking at like pesticides, or it could be used in counterterrorism approaches for preemptively detecting explosives.
Sohail came from New Zealand with his robotic window cleaner.
They've fallen 500 feet from the air and instantly died. So the main idea of this is to develop it for high-rise buildings to possibly save lives and make a lot of people's lives easier.
When did you realize that you were really, really smart?
I don't know.
This is actually a glove-controlled robotic can.
17-year-old Easton LaChapelle from Colorado made this robotic arm that I was able to control by wearing a special band to read brainwaves and then raising my eyebrows.
So how is it doing that? It's just reading my brainwave? Like, that's beyond my comprehension.
Right, so it actually reads your brainwaves by, it picks up electrical discharges from your brain on that little forehead sensor, and then amplifies that up to something you can read. And then from there, it separates that into frequencies, and different frequencies have to do with different regions of your brain. And then from that, you can really control anything.
So you could have like a bionic arm someday controlled by wires in your brain.
He's actually already selling those. And how much would you think something like that is?
To buy?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, $100,000 or something?
$400. So they're making things cheaper. That other device that Jack invented, $15.
Well, that's the key, right?
Yeah, exactly.
If it's too expensive, nobody's going to get to use it.
Yeah, they're amazing. They're really going to change life, I'm telling you.
And they seem like kind of cool kids. Like they were with it and hip, not like, you know,
they
pocket protector and the whole deal.
Yeah,
Tape on their
things have
glasses. Cool to be smart. Thanks, KK.